There's Matt Betzold of Phoenix, Arizona, entering the grappling at 60 kilos, correct? Wrestling 132.5. And one thing that wrestling fans know about here in Arizona is a kid named Anthony Robles, and you've kind of got a similar situation as if we scroll down here. You have a stump there on your left leg, and of course we've noticed the hat already, Stumped Athletics. So
that's my clothing line. It's coming out at 2010. It'll be full-fledged.
Now we're talking grappling. You were talking about before we went on with the interview here on how you were kind of trying to work with him and get with him about how learning the wrestling part of it, and he wants to learn some of the grappling part of it. What is the interesting dynamic of not having all four limbs for grappling?
Interesting dynamic is we're so low to the ground. It gives us one less limb to submit, or our opponents gives us one less limb to submit. There's a lot of advantages, a lot of disadvantages. It didn't come easy. It took a lot of years of dedication and working through those disadvantages that we have.
One of the things you'd said before was how long it took you to actually get allowed to compete. Talk about that scenario a little bit.
Well, I was always allowed to compete in grappling and BJJ. In 2001, I tried, not really tried 100%. I just asked a few promoters if they'd let me fight. Commissions denied me. Kind of gave up on that. I retried again in 2004. I was basically giving up on that, and then I kept competing, and I ended up beating a few professional MMA fighters that were holding titles in big organizations. And then I also, in 2006, I did my first MMA fight. It was an underground one, so it was illegal. It wasn't approved by any commission. And so I took all those videos and I displayed those for the Arizona State Boxing Commission, and basically, in a way, they couldn't refuse me after seeing me compete with the professional athletes that are currently fighting and holding titles. So that's how I did it.
You said you had to try to find the closest good wrestler to you, and that wrestler was Eric Larkin. What's it like training with him?
Eric Larkin's awesome. He works with me a lot, hands-on. He spends a lot of time working with just my wrestling abilities that I naturally have, and he's just improving my natural ability to basically technically do it, rather than just go out there and brawl and shoot for a leg and hopefully get it. He's actually teaching me ways to set it up and bring their legs to me so I can dump them on their head, hopefully. And then I also already have the submission, so I just need to get them on the ground with me. And then I know what to do from there, pretty much.
Now, as your coach over here had mentioned that you've taken a disadvantage and made it an advantage. What's the advantage when you get into the grappling situations in terms of guard and situations like that?
Well, I got few submissions that no one else has. It's called the stump chug.
Do that again. Do it. Watch that.
The stump chug. It's like a go-go palata, but with the stump instead of the foot. So that's a few things, and I'm not going to disclose all my advantages because that's my style, but you guys can watch me compete enough. The people that see me compete know some of my advantages. The people that have competed against me know my advantages. People that train with me know my advantages, so they're going to have to learn hands-on to know my advantages in a way. There's a lot of them.
What's the most
disadvantages, but I don't tell anybody about any of them.
What's the most fun part about grappling for you?
Most fun is getting that submission within 30 seconds. When I submit people within 30 seconds, that's like the best thing. Because like I know I didn't even break a sweat and the match is over. I used to be a point fighter, and now I'm starting to be more of a submission fighter. Just submit them. That's my whole goal. Get a little bit head on points, and then submit them. That's my game plan. I can disclose that, so that's not too hard to figure out.
What's the reaction of people when they lose?
Stomp. Stomp. That's the reaction. I mean, that's why I came up with it. So, plus I got a stump. So, and there's no clothing line that represents amputee athletes. So that's what I'm here for, to give the amputee world and community is a clothing line that represents us.